Yo, what is up, mighty Orbots? This is going to be another build along and a quasi creator spotlight, but look at this. This is a triple Axlegrease, and this is a collab between the mighty Preprepesan and the not so mighty me. I'm all right. But the lower half of this build is by the master builder, and I created the top portion, and you can see a little bit more of it back here, but this is what we're going to do today. And yeah, and so you know what, I kind of figured out some shortcuts in terms of like how to build it. I realized that I can just keep half of the stuff built and half of the stuff apart, and that way I have a reference and I can still build in real time. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get on with it. And so, man, a couple of crazy things that have happened recently. So, you know, I put the channel chat up, you know, where I talked about that we're sponsoring another child through the donations that through the revenue that we generate from the channel. And one, Unbound responded, right? How amazing is that? I don't even know how that video got to them, but they commented. And so getting that, like, you know, notice me senpai moment, that was phenomenal, right? That was incredible. And also on Twitter, by the way, this is going to be the torso. This is the Axlegrease. We're going to flip her legs back over here, and we're going to just plug the what is it? The engine pew-pews, the engine daka-dakas on her back, okay? So we're going to set that off to the side. So I've been on Twitter, and yo, my man Preprepesan, not only did he respond to my message, he followed me. Yes! And the other master builder, Shuming Shi, I refer to him as G0X2. He's the one that kind of taught me how to get it really like versatile and crazy with the core Dinobot builds. He also followed me. I'm like, oh Lord, I just need one more to get the Infinity Gauntlet of master builders, and that last person is RoboZ. It's not like I'm like working towards getting their follows, but you know, I guess my posts have been getting noticed and stuff, and so no, I'm super stoked about that. And yeah, Preprepesan wrote back to me, and he was like, hey, he goes, your stuff is really good too. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. And he was like, yeah, dude, use my builds, and like, hey, let's bring creativity to the world. He was like, yeah, your stuff is really inspiring and stimulating too, and let's build more Transformers fans. I was like, dude, let's do it. Let's go, baby. And so I was super stoked when I woke up, and like, I mean, you gotta imagine, like, dude, I'm super hardcore fanboy about these guys. You know, I geek out. I'm ultra Stanosaurus. And for him to just reach out and talk to me like that is just like, is mind blown. It's mind blown. And anyway, we are building the arm right now, and she has this crazy behemoth of an arm. So we have the normal arm, and it's like she's holding this giant gauntlet over here, and this is the torso of the entire Axlegrease, and we're going to build that, and it's really quite easy. And I was going to say, I was really encouraged by SpeedFreak01 talking about, like, because oftentimes I complain about these bits. I complain about these bits a lot, and I'm just like, oh, they're so unwieldy, there's not enough pegs, and But then Speed Freak was like, yeah, it's a great challenge trying to figure out what to do with these, you know. And I was like, oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, you're absolutely right, you know. And to kind of like to change that mental perspective is one, it's awesome because you suddenly turn something negative into a positive. But as I go forward, now I'm like, you know what can I really do to maximize the usage of these torsos then, and not just use them as like daka pew pews over the shoulder stuff? What else can I do? And so the original build that I had of this, I remixed, and I created these bits over here, and these are kind of cool. They're supposed to be like fingers to some extent, like finger pews, like pew, 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 pew. But so yeah, it's so refreshing getting other people's perspectives, especially other people in the creative space. Like, honestly, I don't know, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm filled with a ton of gratitude right now. And yeah, so I'm having a really good day. Do I have bad days too? Yeah, I do, but I'm having a really good day right now. So almost done. You saw how this was created, right? We had one of the arms basically plugged in like you would normally plug it in as if it was going into vehicle mode. And this one, while it would normally be plugged in here, we're utilizing the wrist connection. It's a really, really tight, almost scary because it's causing some stress marks on mine, but it's a very, very tight. What the heck? Yo, I'm wearing shorts right now because it's super warm. I swear there was something crawling on my legs right now. Oh, all right. So anyway, let me plug in the little fingers. And yeah, like that, like that. Okay, cool. Those are the arms. But yeah, I got good days and I got bad days. And I remember I told y'all, maybe, I don't know what's the sequence of videos, if I've shared this with y'all already, but like, dude, when I have bad days, yo, I'll eat, what is it? Well, one, I'm a big condiments guy, so sometimes I'll just eat hummus, like with a spoon straight up, or guacamole, or grated Parmesan cheese. And I'm not just sitting there just chugging. It's just like a spoonful of it. It's just like a spoonful of it. But the one that I get down on is like French onion dip. Oh, that's my jam, dude. That's my jam. That stuff. All right, I'm not gonna lie. That stuff I can eat like yogurt, dude. I know it's kind of gross, but whatever, man. Whatever, man. So this is the leg over here, and dude, look at this chunky, beautiful leg design by the master Preprepesan. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. For the long time, I thought it was Prepesan, but it's Preprepesan. And like, dude, look, he has two of the legs connected, but one is inverted, so that the tire, not inverted, but it's one tire's on the inside and one tire's on the outside. In my mind, I'm like, I normally wouldn't think of putting this on the inside, but by doing that, you allow this, I don't know, it allows for this to work. And there's not a lot of space over here. Like it's a pretty solid build. And what he's done is, well, you know what? I'll just replicate it on the other side. So we're getting this, boom, and we're getting this other one. But what we're doing with this is we are plugging that into the shin space, right? It's a really tight fit. There isn't a ton of clearance, but it barely goes in there, right? I would have never thought to do something like this. And then from there, just to plug that in here, and that's this chunky Saurus leg. And I first saw the master do this on his Volcanicus build. Shiming Shi, G0X2, he has an incredible Volcanicus build, but he does utilize the Koto Bukia, the Koto 5mm adapters to connect Volcanicus to the legs. Preprepesan does not. Not saying that one is better than the other, but yeah. So this is how, and he was able to manage some incredible things with it. Just, dude, he's such a G. He's such a G. And then we add that here for the stability. And then back here, we're going to add the Axlegrease, accessory. And so this part now is extending into the torso. So this is kind of like where I come in. And what I did was I have the legs bent back over here. And even this idea of folding the legs back over there, it's because I saw a build that RoboZ did, you know? Like, again, maybe I would have come to this conclusion over time. Maybe not. But that's why getting inspiration from folks is so important. We are meant to be communal creatures, live in communities, and learn and grow from one another. That's really just how we accelerate our learning, you know? And while I do prefer the human connection, one-on-one, and just like, you know, face-to-face and stuff like that, I know in our modern age that can't be afforded because we live so far from one another. And therefore, I'm super grateful for the internet and super grateful for communities such as this, communities such as Twitter, communities, Insta, everywhere where I can, like, you know, break bread with other folks and, you know, find other kindred spirits. I was just talking to Punchy the dog about that. And, you know, dude, Punch is so cool, dude. Always sending me like free 3D parts. And like, I'm like, bro, I was like, let me at least pay for shipping or something. He's always like, nah, I got you, bro. And so like, yeah, dude, finding a kindred spirit like that. And of course, I can super appreciate, oh, by the way, we're creating the shoulders right now. And so it's the lower half of Axlegrease, that special Axlegrease accessory. And that's it. And now we're going to like dress it up. Yeah, but I was going to say, and even utilizing the Axlegrease accessories like this, yo, this is from Dr. Oblivion, you know? I kind of, not that I didn't give him a second thought, but I don't know, I generally really wasn't using them to their full potential. But watching Dr. Oblivion's video really gave me inspiration. And that's why, again, I always say it just built, like, if you're trying to grow as a builder, yeah, build everyone's stuff. You know, if you have the parts, you just build everything. Just build everything, you know, whether you like it or not, just build it just to learn, you know, through the process. You don't even need to like the result, but just the process. is nice. Sorry, I'm just trying to align these right now. And boy, I don't know, my heart is filled with so much gratitude right now. And but yeah, I was talking to Punch, and I was like, dude, it's so cool just finding like kindred spirits online, and yeah, just being able to talk to the brother about that, and like, dude, he's a G, dude. One of these days, I've actually been contemplating interviewing folks, and the first person that I actually would love to interview, and if I truly get around to it, oh, you know what? Give me 1 second. Let me adjust the camera. The first person that I'd like to actually interview is Punchy the dog. Yeah. I got to think about how that's all going to play out, like logistically. Oh, by the way, we're getting these Axlegrease bits and we're putting it right here like you normally would in vehicle mode. And that creates this really, really cool contour, and it just makes it nice and complete, very, very cool. And then we're going to plug that into the underside of the shins. Yeah, baby. But yeah, Punchy the dog is the first person that I've been considering asking for an interview, because, dude, he's a creative force. He really, really is. Like, if you take a look at like his shapeways shop, like just the stuff that he's thinking of, it's like, there's that term like necessity is the mother of all invention. Nah, Punchy the dog is the father of all invention. Like, my man goes deep. He builds stuff that I didn't even know that I need, and I look at it and I'm like, of course I needed that. Of course I needed that. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know. I'm thinking about the whole interview thing, but I don't know. Who knows? Just trying to think of different things to diversify the channel, continuing to have fun. These build-alongs have been really popular. The little deep dives that I do on the new armorizers and like even the Junkion, all of that stuff, people seem to like. And so, yeah, it's been really fun for me too, Like, if it's not generally fun for me, I kind of shy away from it. Like, transformation videos, whether they be on the shorts or long form, are typically, I don't really have too much fun doing that. That's all. And I know those get good views and they get good clicks and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. I don't really have a lot of fun doing those, so that's why I've refrained, but who knows? But I think we did a good enough job recreating it. Yeah? Yeah, I think we did. So yeah, again, props to the master builder Preprepesan. Props to me, and props to Punchy the dog, and props to you, and props to everyone who's involved in making this moment happen. Yeah. Again, my deepest gratitude to everyone who watches and continues to support the channel and sit through those annoying ads. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that. And you know what? Speaking of the org, unbound.org, I reached out to him and I asked, I was like, hey, can you give me a media kit? Can you send me something? So, because what I want to do is I want to create a video that kind of shows like, hey, by watching these, and show a bunch of picture of fan builds, by watching these, you are supporting them. And I don't want to just randomly use images, especially on a charity site that has children's pictures without their permission. And so I asked them, you got a media kit you can send me? I would love to be able to share that. And dude, they were like, hey, hit us up with your phone number. Let's talk. Let's talk. And I'm like, oh, yes, please. So I gave them my phone number. And so next week, I'm hoping to hop on a call with them and discuss what I want to do. And yeah, and then just keep trying to make a difference, Like, we can't be the only ones who are allowed to have fun. You know what I mean? That's too selfish. It's too greedy. I mean, we're having a blast over here. And so we got to help out some folks some way and somehow, right? Right, gang? I know you all agree with me. Anyway, have a very blessed day. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Yeah, my gratitude to all of you once again. Thank you. Bye-bye.